Hello and welcome back to your daily dose of Brood War. My name is SC. We're going to be casting Flash here in the top left-hand corner versus Best down in the bottom right. We got Flash starting off with a low ground barracks. This has been his build of choice since coming back to the Brood War scene. Really consistently choosing to go with the gasless fast expand. He's going to be throwing down probably a supply depot right about there. Make sure that he can have perfect positioning here. Looks like he may have messed that up just a tiny bit in his placement. Not the biggest deal in the world. I'm actually surprised he's lowered it this far. Okay, he's gonna put the supply depot right there. So this is going to be zealot tight here. I guess that you can slip a marine between that, but I'm not 100% sure. You can definitely put a marine through here. And that means the zealot's gonna have to walk all the way around here. On the other side of the map, we are actually seeing Best skip the zealot. He's gone directly into Dragoon. He's still mining 3 on gas, so we're likely going to see... Oh, what are we actually seeing out of him? We've got 400 minerals. He's gonna be throwing down the Nexus here. That's a little surprising. Best mining gas still, but going for the Nexus. That's concerning. Not sure what that's all about. But time will tell here. What is his plan? I guess he goes for Robo. Okay, so Robo right after. Maybe he needs the gas for like a DT player or something like that. I'm not sure what his plan is right now. Maybe a DT drop potentially. I'm just trying to decipher why he's banked up all of this gas behind this, but we're gonna find out here shortly. We've got Flash throwing down his first factory, and it will be a double factory to follow this up. This is pretty standard stuff. Sometimes we do see a single factory into a starport. That does occasionally happen where the opponent or where the Terran player wants to get out of the map and try to drop some vultures into the opponent's base, into the Protoss's base. But it looks like we're not going to be having that this game. There's the robotic support base, so not going to be a DT play, and I'm a little bit concerned that he banked up this much gas early. It feels like a mistake. Might be playing a little bit nervous here against Flash. This was played on the ladder just a week ago, in fact. As Flash is returning from the military, he's been hitting a ton of high-ranking pro players on the ladder, and some of them he's been able to squash, some of them not so much. Some of them he's had a really tough time against, so Best here getting his shot at the king, getting his shot at Flash. Maybe feeling a bit of the pressure to perform. Here's the Reaver popping out, and of course, Gravitic Drive on the way now. He's gonna be coming in to Flash's base very soon here. He skipped the range, mind you. Range has just started now, so this is a very fast Reaver play. He hasn't been active much on the map at all, except with this one single Dragoon, so hasn't been able to put on any pressure to Flash. That's all gonna change now, though, that this speed shuttle is out on the map. We only have one gateway. Second gateway's on the way here, so really Best sacrificing a lot here to get this very fast Reaver out onto the map. We'll see what kind of damage he can do with that, because Flash is actually pushing across here. Coming across, looking for some damage. Best sees this with the shuttle, but he continues to cross the map. Gonna instead go for some counter damage. We have another Reaver popping out soon. We don't have a second shuttle, though. The Observer's gonna see this and confirm that push. Here comes the Reaver with the shuttle. Takes quite a bit of damage from that damage from that turret there, but here comes the attack into Best Natural. Looks like he's just gonna try and hold off with some buildings here, building a second wall of pylons here at the back while the Reaver does some damage here in the main base. He's killing a lot of SCVs here. This is kind of crazy right now. Almost like a base trade scenario, not pulling off the SCV or the probes here. Gonna lose quite a few of those, but I don't know if it's going to match the amount of damage that's been done here in the main of Flash. Here comes the vultures now. Oh, gonna drag quite a bit of mine damage onto these Marines, killing off a lot of them, but more probes are going down. I'm surprised he's not pulling the probes to actually try and fight this. Now pulling the probes off a little bit here. Looks like that Reaver's still alive over across the map. Maybe looking for some more damage. This Reaver doing so much work here for Best, but it does get picked off. There's the last tank gonna go down as well. A mine connection on all these Dragoons, really punishing here for Best, and he's lost quite a few probes, but we're even on the worker count right now, which is kind of shocking that after all of that chaos, all of the trading back and forth, we're pretty well on the same footing here. That is a little bit wild. Best looking for some more damage around the map. He's trying to find what he can do here right now. And Flash gonna start his command center. This is another thing that we've seen from Flash a lot since his comeback here, is going for these very quick third bases, going for those very fast expansions off of 2 factories. And he's been making it work quite often, kind of bucking the trend in TVP, where a lot of Terrans have been going up to like 5 factory before even attempting to take this third base. Looks like after the command center goes down, 2 more factories are going to start up, but they will not be done by the time this command center is finished and starts to float out here. We'll see if he sends that out immediately or if he waits and just tries to build up some SCVs with that command center before floating it and trying to take that base. 2 more Reavers are going to be dropped here into the main, looking for some more damage. There is a massive hole here for Best to fly in through the turrets. It's like another turret there as well. He sees the command center. He knows what's coming here. Is Best going to be able to prevent that from going down, or will Flash snag this base without too much difficulty? Here comes another turret. Unfortunately, Reaver is going to be right on top of that. Gets 1 shot off with the Reaver, but will have to back away. Another SCV going to come out here and finish that turret. Tanks setting up here at the front. Looks like going to get 1 kill on one of the Reavers, keeping the remainder of the tanks alive here. Very good stuff for Flash. And he kills the second Reaver as well. Trying to get that 1 last hit off, but not managing to kill any of these tanks. And now they can be repaired. And this is a decent situation now for Flash, finishing his third base and landing it here right on time. Killing off the Reavers makes this so much easier, so much more defendable. There is a second shuttle out on the map though. That second shuttle is going to load up with a bunch of zealots and come across here. Looks like a lot of the mines have been cleared off the map. Best kind of moving around, just clearing these out, making sure that he has a direct path of reinforcement across the map. Ooh, taking some damage from this first Goliath here. And that shuttle will be forced back. You need like 2-3 shuttles maybe to break this position. Even then, it's going to be a little bit rough, especially as Flash adds on more and more units here. It looks like going to lose an observer. 4 factories are done. We've got the science facility, and it looks like a second armory going to finish up here in the main base as well. Let's take a look at the upgrades. +1 is done. No upgrades just yet for Best, but they are on the way here. Storm is coming up shortly as well, and the 4th base is now done and mining. So Best not able to slow down that 3rd. It's not the end of the world, but Flash is going to be feeling good here. after taking this base and staying on pretty well even workers. I know we're falling a bit behind now, but that's about all the workers you really want on 3 bases. Once you get a 4th base as well, going up to 70 SCVs is fine, but that's not going to come for a little bit here. 70 SCVs is pretty much all you're ever going to want as a Terran player. More and more gateways coming up here, and a second robotics facility as well. So this is a more modern style that Best is showing us here. Popping out a lot of shuttles, and he's already got 3 with some storms. We'll have to keep track of this shuttle here. You can see where these storms end up landing. Is he going to go for some SCV damage, or will he try to break the tank line? That's going to be the question here coming up as a 4th shuttle is about to pop out. Oh, no 4th shuttle on the way here. 9 zealots, though, are about to pop. So whenever you see 9 zealots in the production tab, it usually means that we're going to see a bust here pretty soon. All these zealots are going to pop out. They do have that legs. We've got +1 just about to finish up here. Loading up all of these zealots. He's getting prepared for what's looking like a bust. Maybe try to come in through this angle here. Could be a good plan. All the mines have been cleared off of this area of the map. Yeah, a little bit of an oversight here from Flash, not having mines on this side. Looks like he's gonna fix that right here, right now, throwing some mines down on this side here on the right-hand side. It's a bit of a weak point for Flash at this moment. More tanks sieging up. The Dragoons are going to move forward here. Only 4 Dragoons is not very scary. The Vultures here are just going to turn and start to kill some of them. You really need a full group of Dragoons to be able to move out at this point to take fights with those Vultures, because there's like 2 full groups of Vultures here. They won't trade that good against Dragoons unless there's just a couple of Dragoons sitting out by themselves. Then they can easily take that trade and kill them off. So Best, gotta be careful with those units. The 5th base is done. 6th base is on the way here. Best is preparing for the late game. Once again, trading off some Vultures with these Dragoons. Not bad for Flash, who's used most of the mines on these already. He's not going to be too worried about losing some of these units because he is banking for that very late game army. He's waiting for his +2 to be done. There it is. It's actually done now. +3 is started and on the way now. More and more factories being added on. I love this base layout from Flash. Very small area here, but the units are going to path perfectly along this bottom part of the main base, down the ramp. There's not really a lot of space for them to get caught up and turned around there. Very scientific factory placement here from Flash. He's got his army nearing that 200 max, but here comes Best, bringing up the triple shuttle, gonna land on top of a lot of these mines. Oh my god! Wow, that mine connection was insane. And look at these storms as well. Some of these storms are doing incredible damage, and this went about as well as you could possibly hope here for Best. Oh my god, that was painful. So painful there from Flash. Lost a huge chunk of his army, now just down to 125. He's trying to take his 4th base, but after taking that bad of a trade, I don't think Best will allow that to happen. He is forcing him back a little bit, bringing up all the tanks. He's brought all the tanks. This is something that good Terran players will do, is not only bring the tanks that are in the main army, but every single tank that is available, even the ones that were protecting the 3rd. Uh-oh, losing a couple of these for free would not be good, but he will pull back. And yes, he manages to secure the 4th. Surprisingly here, Flash losing that battle handily to the Protoss player. Going to possibly secure this base here. We've got some Dragoons loaded up. Okay, that was 2 Dragoons for free. Those get taken down. Doing some good zealot bombing there, dragging some mines. Does not have any further Reavers to bring up into this army, but Best has secured his future here. The bottom left has been taken. He's got cannons up over here. He's gonna fly in once again, look for some kills on the SCVs. Quite a few of them are going to go down. A 5-kill Templar here and a 1-kill. Morphing into an Archon, now combined with 6. But I don't think they're going to get anything further. There it is. The Archon gets picked off. And Flash, his macro supreme here in this match. Jumping back up to 160 supply. He's nearly within pushing range once again, and his 4th base has been kept alive here. Although it's been harassed, he's still mining in this location, and he's getting ready for this next push. A ton of units popping out here. A lot of vultures going across the map to look for some damage. Here comes Best once again, pushing through. He's gonna try to break this position. That's a lot of vultures coming down. I don't see any storms just yet. Where are the storms? There's some storms on the left side, dealing some massive damage, but the tanks to the north are still here. They're still alive, and you're not gonna be able to break through that. Wow, a bunch of storms go down to try and clear out these vultures, but vultures getting a lot of kill on these Templars, not allowing them to get away scot-free there after that engagement. Tracking them down and picking them off is really, really good here for Flash. 2 Archons being picked up into the shuttle. That's something you don't see every day. An Archon, or a shuttle with 2 low HP Archons. I don't know how many shields they actually have, but they're looking pretty damaged here. Now Flash moving southward. Looking for an engagement here. Looks like another storm drop. He's gonna get a bunch of SCVs here. How many did we get? 1. Only 1 SCV. Nice pull away from Flash, keeping a lot of those alive. He's starting to push down here into the south. The 6 o'clock is under threat. The bottom left is under threat as well. Army being brought forth by Best, but he doesn't really have enough to crack this location just yet. He needs more shuttles. He needs more storms and zealot bombs in order to get through here. Cleaning out some of the mines is a good move from Best. Preemptively getting this position ready to break. Bringing forth the zealots now. Can he get on top of this? It'll require some really good movement here. Army movement from Best. Right-clicking the zealots forward, forcing them to drag mines in order to break this position. Looks like he's decided against that. Instead, going to head around this army, but Flash with the constant scans, it appears that he's actually figured this out. 8 zealots going to be dropped on top of these tanks. This is a big pincer maneuver from Flash. Looks like he is going to be able to surround and kill this retreating army, which is a huge, huge moment here. Picking off a lot of these tanks. Looks like heading northward towards that 4th base. Let's see if he can pick off this base, because there's quite a few tanks reinforcing this position. Army here on the left side. Army here at the 6 o'clock could be picked off by Best, but he's lost a ton of his economy here. He is limping in this game right now. Still able to field a very large army, but that is not going to last forever. We've got High Templar running up here to their death. Oh no. Best. That's not what you want to do with these High Templar. You want to be casting storms properly here. Looks like we're coming forward with a lot more zealots. Can he break this position? Best gonna drop right on top of this storm. Not gonna be able to get off here. More zealots being dropped on top of this group of tanks. A lot of the tanks are being targeted onto the Dragoon, so doing a great job of that. Another storm drop here, but no energy on that. I guess that was EMP'd perhaps. Science vessels here are growing in number 4 already in this position. D-Matrix so good against Storm Drop. Absolutely essential if you want to take on this style. EMP, not quite as important, but D-Matrix definitely effective against those attacks. Now here comes Best once again. Quite a few shuttles loaded up here. He's ready to go. There's no Goliaths to stop this. Okay, 3 Goliaths just to the north of this position, but none here right now. He's gonna actually go after this smaller army here at the 6 o'clock, which I think is a great idea. Picking this off. Very smart stuff. Not losing too many Templar is really important as well. He managed to keep the majority of those Templar alive. He's barely maintaining a supply advantage here. Don't know why he couldn't get that word out, but supply advantage still goes in the favor of Best for now. Flash has mined out in his natural and his main base. His third getting very, very low. Fourth here starting to run out as well. He's gonna need to take a fifth very soon. But likewise, Best, not with the best probe saturation here in the bottom left, surprisingly. He's still got this base, that's running out. This base is running out. He needs another base soon. But he's still on 3 base mining for now. Actually, 4 base if you include the natural here. Just 50 probes remain. A lot of them were lost during those earlier fights. Really probe SCV advantage here goes to Flash, but another EMP goes down. That's free damage on these gateway units. It's not going to finish them off, but it will help to soften them up for the next engagement that's going to come soon. We don't have any tanks on this right-hand side, so pushing forward with the pure Dragoon army could be a good move. Some tanks are now coming up here. It's really critical that he clears out as many of these mines as possible, and that Flash doesn't siege up on top of mines like we saw earlier. Tanks are now sieging up. They're spreading out here. Best has realized that there's not as much defense on the left-hand side, but immediately upon this army moving to the left, Flash is going to respond in turn, bringing a lot of tanks forward. He's going to drop a ton of units here. Tries to get the storm off, not able to get it. Here comes another storm, but EMP gets rid of that storm immediately. Some more Templars coming up here. That's a lot of Templars, guys. How many do we have in this army? What is that, like 8 Templar, 10 Templar? Very close. He gets a bunch of SCVs here on the retreat. A lot of SCVs going down. There's not too many left, actually evening out the SCV count here now for Best. Base up here at the 12 o'clock, not very well defended. If he could get up here and maybe get another storm drop on this location, I think Best might have a good shot in this game. But as it stands, we've still got 47 SCVs and 2 mining bases, healthy mining bases here for Flash, who's now on 3-3 against the 3-2 of Best, although those upgrades for Protoss don't matter nearly as much. Is he not going to go for this? Oh, I think he got a storm off here. Knocked out a few SCVs? Not really. Looks like maybe he just forced them to pull away temporarily. But now back to mining over in this location. Here comes a storm on the left-hand side. A lot of SCVs are going to be picked off. Good job getting those units, killing them off, and delaying that mining. Here comes another storm drop at the 12 o'clock. Big storms. Oh my god. Huge storm here. 5 kills, 4 kills, and another few more kills are going to go down on this Templar. Very nicely done here by Best. His supply is still managing to stay ahead of Flash at this moment. It's anybody's game right now. With just 25 SCVs, Flash is going to try and swing the pressure back onto his opponent's side of the map. He's coming down through the center. He's going to try and cut down this base here. Another storm drop goes down. 5 kills, or was that from that earlier Templar that already had 5 kills? I'm not sure, but there's almost nothing left here at the 12 o'clock. Almost no SCVs. It's almost time to pull SCVs off of your gases in order to keep yourself alive. Another big drop here. 7 more kills for this Templar. It appears that Best has no interest in slowing down these attacks, continuously going after the SCVs of Flash. Flash has only 15 SCVs left, you guys. There is so little economy here for Flash. He really has to make this work now with the army that he's fielded. He's trying to make an SCV or 2 here or there. Oh my god. Oh, he was ready to storm there once again. Looks like 12 o'clock because it has been pushed away by that small group of zealots. He's gonna wait with this shuttle. Maybe he can get another storm off here in a minute. It's like Flash has the army necessary to hold that off, but Can he just leave this here forever? Best is going to take more bases on the map shortly. He should be retaking this, maybe taking bases in the top right as well. Here comes that probe, looking for some additional bases. Flash has a large army. Where is it? There it is. My goodness, that is a lot of science vessels. You rarely see this many science vessels unless it's a TVZ. Well, we got like 6 science vessels here, 5 science vessels, and all of them have nearly full energy. So they're going to be able to drop at least a couple of D-Matrix, at least 1 each. Some of them have energy for 2. And Flash brings his entire army here to this left side. He has to keep this mining. He's so low on the workers, it's kind of insane. Waiting for Best to take another base before he decides to go for an attack. I definitely like the decision making here from Flash. Just gonna wait in the wings right now, just defend this base as much as possible. Once Best goes for a push, that's gonna be the time. Once Best goes for a base, excuse me, that's gonna be the time to go and shut that down and deny any further mining from Best. Flash having a tough time here. Has the army supply for sure. You can see he's got over 100 army supply. Another drop coming in here, this time denied by Flash. That was a good denial there. With the 3 Goliaths, able to shoot that down before any storms are placed. Here comes another storm drop here. If Bez can get in there and kill these SCVs one more time, it's going to be nearly impossible for Flash to rebuild that economy. He'll just have to win with the army that he has. I thought that was already the case, but it seems like he's managed to keep this alive for now and build up his SCV count again so that he can at least use, what is he using, 2 of his factories? Oh, it looks like he's using 5 factories right now. That's all he's able to afford at the moment. Army moving through the middle. This is, again, a lot of science vessels here. Big EMPs on a couple of these Templar. Looks like 3 of them got hit. Another EMP goes down. That's on the same Templar, though. A lot of these have gotten their storms off, dealing some damage to these science vessels as well as the vultures and tanks that are pushing forward. Another good storm there, dealing quite a bit of damage. Base in the upper right. I don't know if it's been scouted here by Flash, but Best is starting to mine that. He's got 174 supply, a big army here in the center. Can it take on what Flash has fielded here? It's gonna come down to the storms, I imagine. Nothing defending center left, right, by the way, right now. This could be easily stormed now by Best. Looks like storms are going to come down here. Not utilizing D-Matrix to try and help some of these units stay alive. Instead, really going for and concentrating on those EMPs. Trying to EMP before the storms get cast. It's working to a certain extent, but I think that Best is going to be fine with that. He's getting enough storms off here and dealing enough damage that I don't know if Flash can really recuperate or he can really regenerate this army. He's down to 100 supply. I'd love to have seen some Templar up here on this high ground, but we just don't have that right now. And it looks like Flash may be able to get up here and actually shut down this mining once again. Time to take another base on the other side of the map, I think, from Best. Best here, gonna come forward. He's trying to clear this army. A lot of zealots coming up here. These are just tanks, naked tanks with no reinforcement. Gonna be picked off down here on the bottom of the ramp. Man, Flash, that is such a huge error, my dude. Cannot be losing that army right now, but he comes up with some vultures to assist. A lot of SCVs here. Looks like a storm drop gonna clear out a huge amount of those. Down to just 12 SCVs is Flash. Absolutely insane here, guys. This game is crazy. Oh my god, more SCVs. He kills the remainder of the SCVs and GG is called. I didn't think he had any more Templar in there, but he managed to get the remainder, dropping him down to, what do we have, just one SCV? How many SCVs do we have there at the end? That was crazy, crazy stuff. Okay, let's take a look at this last storm drop. Here's all the SCVs. Every single SCV that's left for Flash. 12 of them remain and down to just 3. Oh my god, here's those other 2 and there's the 1 remaining. Crazy, crazy storms there. All right, let's take a quick look at this first engagement, because this engagement here was so critical. He managed to get the 3rd base out really, really quick. He's getting ready to take his 4th, but let's just see how this engagement goes, because it was so painful. Oh my god, look at how many mines are gonna connect here. Oh, and then the storms to follow it up. So good right there by Best. His trading and efficiency was so insanely good right up until this moment. That was insane. And how Flash managed to now, after all of that, move forward and take a 4th, I just will never understand, guys. I am nowhere close to where Flash is at in this matchup, or in any matchup in general, mind you, but this is impressive. Super impressive. Of course, that battle was super unimpressive, honestly. Flash definitely should have cleared out some of those mines, or not moved on top through his own minefield in order to push forward there. But the follow-up play here in order to get this base, absolutely insane. Flash is a literal god. Best, though, managing to upset God himself, takes him down in a pretty amazing long game here of TVP. Really fun to watch there. I enjoyed the heck out of that game. The storm drops were insane, but guys, we have come to the end of the video. Here is your overview, your units, structures, and resources. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. It was a real pleasure to cast. I'll see you guys in the next video.